Giddy up there, my friends. We're back. So today we're going to talk about teams. Yes, teams. I'm going to show you every single team in this game. The 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 teams that the devs created, right? And I'm going to give you one positive and one negative about each team. So let's start. First off, we have AIM. Now, AIM, good for villains, 7-1, 7-2, 7-3. That's the positive. Also, a good positive is a strong AIM team can help you in raids and or so-so in war. Negative thing about AIM is their minions suck. That's right, their minions suck. So you're not going to get far with them in arena. They might get you, if you're doing Ultima 6, you could get far with them. If you're going Ultima 7, you're done. They're no more good. Another bad thing about AIM is they're hard to farm. That's right, they're far. There's not many at the beginning of this game, so if you're a new player, it's going to take a while to get them. If you're hang on a second, my dog needs out. All right. So once again, positive. They're going to help you in the long game, but only for campaign nodes. Negative. They're going to be hard to farm, and they have no value anywhere else. Not even war. You know. So now, next team. Asgardians. Bruce, just go outside, don't bark. Asgardians. A positive, very, very strong team. Good, pretty much across the board. They're decent in arena. They're good at blitz. You could use them for raids, especially the Greek raids. Especially the current one, you know, like those cosmic lanes. Your Asgard team will go through them easy. War, one of the best war defense teams still today, hands down. And to boot, hella meta as hell. You know, hella. A negative about it is everybody who is anybody is also going to have a very strong Asgard team. So when you come up into war, don't be surprised to see, you know, 24 of these teams on a good alliance, all over 500k. I mean, as far as bad goes, it's not very bad, right? Oh, I just put my finger in front of the camera. Astonishing X-Men. We'll go with the negative first. Negative first is it's not a complete team yet. What are we going to do with 3 characters, right? Although we do know Bishop and Jubilee are coming. So that will give us 5. 5 Astonishing X-Men. Folks, don't sleep on these guys. Get them. Positive, they're going to kill in the new raids. Or so the devs tell us. Hint, hint, Wakanda 2.0. So, besides that, we don't know yet, right? Like, we got Beast. I mean, people are going to get Kitty Pryde. Some people already bought the offers. I've seen some footage. Kitty Pryde is good. But, I mean, now we're only got 2. So, we're still waiting. Iceman's going to come in a week or 2 weeks or something. And then Jubilee in February. Bishop maybe March. Who knows, right? So, but this is the team to get now. This is what everybody is talking about, and this is what everybody is going to go for. I keep putting my finger in the camera, guys. I'm sorry about that. Alright, so we're gonna go Avengers. Now, the Avengers. There's a lot of them, right? Now, I'm gonna talk Avengers. I'm really gonna mean the Wave 1 Avengers. Because 1 is, they are good. 2 is, you need them. In the first part of these games, we never needed Avengers. You know, they were just there for fun. Now, you need them for Doom. Trust me. Like, these guys are like, you need them. A lot of people may not think you need them, but together, they work good. So if you put, we'll go left to right. You put Captain America. Then you put Hulk. Then you put Black Widow. Right? And then beside Black Widow, you put Hawkeye. So there's 4. And then for your 5th, you use Vision. Boom. Now you have a killer team. Now trust me, these guys will take out some high-powered teams in war. But they're also effective on defense. So if you don't have them crazy, crazy strong, you put them on defense. If you have them crazy, crazy strong, you use them on offense. So, the good, it's the Avengers, man. The Avengers are always good. The bad, you know, they are one of those teams where it's a wishy-washy, right? If the first couple moves don't go very well, you're gonna die. But besides that, I would recommend them. Always go for Avengers. Now, next. Black Order. Obviously, Thanos is in this team. Black Order. We'll go with the negatives first. The negatives is everybody has Black Order. As you can see, mine's not that strong yet because I didn't start building them when I should have, right? I slept on them. Big mistake. I mean, there's only positives, guys. You want Black Order. Black Order is the team. Black Order will slow down teams in war. They'll help you to eliminate other Black Order teams in war if you're going to use them on offense. And they are the meta arena team. So if you're looking for cores, you're going to get them through arena. This is a team you're going to use. Offense and defense. Right? All the time. Don't even question it. Our next team Brotherhood. The Brotherhood minus Sabretooth, Mystique, because they obviously belong on the Marauders. The Brotherhood are good. The Brotherhood, when they first came out, they were the counter to the Defenders. Believe it or not, that's what they were here for. They were there to counter the Defenders. However, they've never lost that spot. If you could time your attacks properly, the Brotherhood are still a very effective team. Now, there are some negatives to it, which means, like there's always a negative to everything, right? They're not very well adapted to raids. Alright, so these primary a war team. Alright, so you only get to use them in one spot, really. They are good at blitz. So I mean, if you're a crazy blitzer, I mean, this is, you know, use this team and you'll go through the 7s easy. You'll probably even get through 8 easy with them. So yeah, so positives, they're good at war, they're good at blitz. Negatives, they have no value anywhere else. Then we go Defenders. Oh my god, the Defenders. Now obviously you have your 4 Defenders, right? Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. You have 2 options for a 5th. Alright, you could either go Punisher, which Punisher will counter anybody who touches Daredevil. However, everybody has Punisher. So nobody attacks Daredevil first. You always go Iron Fist, Punisher, Jessica, Daredevil, Luke Cage. That's your order of attack, right? Luke's gonna taunt. Once you get him off his taunt, you go back to Daredevil. Game over. That's the negative about it. They have fallen. This was our first ever meta team in this game. Now they have fallen back down. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Now, the doozy about this is they have become reliable in war offense. Oh, right. No more defense. Offense. Remove Punisher. Put Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel assists everybody on that team. So when anybody attacks, Miss Marvel will attack also. Hey, 2 for 1. It always helps reduce that power on your opponent, and you get him. So, are defenders still good? Yes, but only with Miss Marvel. And by the way, if you're a synergy type person, you get more synergy with Miss Marvel than you do with Punisher. The Fantastic Four. The Great Fantastic Four. Now, in comic books, I love this team. They have great stories. In this game, when they first appeared, they were like our war offense team. You wanted these guys for war offense, and you used them for war offense, and that's all it was, right? 4 Fantastic Fours with Namor. That's how they came out. And then all of a sudden, they gave us She-Hulk. Now the Fantastic Four have 2 roles, offense and defense. Offense, Namor. Defense, She-Hulk. I recommend defense. That's my recommendation. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just a guy with a red face. Negatives, they're not. I haven't used them anywhere else. So I don't use them in any raids. I sim blitzes, so obviously they get 1 shot every round. They're no good at arena and PvP mode. Yeah, unless you need their abilities. I don't know. So they're only good for war. A lot of these teams are built for war. This game has went from raids to war, as you're gonna notice. So if you're already defense heavy, you could swap these guys out for offense. Just use Namor, right? If you're lacking defense in war, put these guys on defense with She-Hulk. You won't regret it. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. They have no real... positives. They're a cool team. They are. Groot, Rocket, and Star-Lord are still have value. Drax is a good tank. Gamora and the other lady, the Mantis, they're interchangeable. So, but they have no real home, right? You don't need them in arena. You don't really need them for the raids. And you don't really need them for war. So, they're just one of those teams that hang around. They're like, I would like to call my, my call-up team, like if I'm struggling on a node in a raid, I'll bring these guys up to either start it so the opposing team blows all their good turns, or a cleanup crew, right? So, that's the bad part about them. They have no real value. Like, they're not a meta team. You could pass on these guys now. Don't pass on Star-Lord. Although, he's getting old. But he's still got some kick in him, so... But besides that, guys, they're just one of those... They're a cleanup team. Use them as a cleanup. The Ham. Alright, so the chatter around the coconut tree is... People are talking hand rework. However, I've been hearing hand rework for 2 years, and it's never happened. Now, there is an event for hand, so you do want to get him at 7 stars. Just for that event, which is a catalyst event. So those are good. You need those ABCs, SBCs, DDDs, whatever, triple Zs. Besides that, the negative is this team sucks. They suck. Positive is They're good for the Catalyst event, right? But they also have one hidden effective thing. They're good for new players. If you're a new player, you want to use your hand. They're going to help you start off those villain campaigns until you get a chance to pull some orbs and start getting better characters, right? So they're filler characters, but they're good at the beginning. But once you start collecting your roster, you're going to forget about them. On to the next one. Good old Hydra. Now, Hydra has 3 functional ways to play them. So that's the positive. Now, first off, you have war defense, right? Red Skull, 4 minions. Don't use Grenadier. Use the other 4. Annoying as hell. They'll burn that clock. So unless you're going in with some really good power or some really good synergy teams, these guys are going to hold up. And on top of it, if Red Skull gets no damage, he will continue with 8 charges on the next battle. And now the negative about that is everybody has Black Bolt, and Black Bolt will wipe them out. So a good Inhumans team, a half decent Inhumans team could kick ass. And also now you have the other Hydra team, which is Zemo, Winter Soldier, Crossbones, Grenadier, and anybody else you want. You could use a different tune. I like to use Ultron on this team. And that is also a hard counter for Red Skull Hydra. Alright, so now you could have a good Hydra defense and a good Hydra offense, which your one team is solely to beat that team. Now if you have an alliance where everybody mingles together and everybody does this, now you know you're set. But let's not go that far because it doesn't work that way all the time. The good about that team is they're very strong on offense, but they're not used anywhere else. Now, Zemo is effective in PvP. He's God. We're always going to say it. Nobody could beat him. You also have your hybrid Hydra, right? Where you put Red Skull, Zemo, and 3 minions. Alright? You could use Crossbones if you want to, but, you know, you could just put the guard, you know, the armored guard, and you don't need Crossbones. Now this becomes one crazy, you know, offense or defense teams. They work. It's a hybrid Hydra team, very effective. I myself use it. I like it. It's good for war. It's good for PvP, especially this RTA. You know, when you're looking for abilities and they're like, put on some minions, and you just, oh, here's Zemo, Red Skull, 3 minions, there we go. We're going to get 600 of those guys really fast. As fast as the game will allow you. So that's it. So Hydra is actually... Why did it do that? Hydra is a very good team. Now you can see mine are not very strong, but they are all at 7 except for my Red Skull. Next, Inhumans. Now, Inhumans minus Miss Marvel. Black Bolt carries this team. Yo-Yo is his right-hand lady. You need Yo-Yo, you need Black Bolt for this team to work. Karnak, alone, not worth it. Crystal, you know. So that's how you got to do it, right? You need Black Bolt, you need Yo-Yo. A very strong offense team. You could use them in raids if you got the power to back it up. They don't heal though, but you know, they could go 2 to 3 nodes easy without starting to get damage. Awesome in war. They are one of the best offense teams out there. And that's about it. Now if you're looking for arena, you could use Black Bolt in arena and Yo-Yo, but I mean basically that you're gonna create one of these hybrid teams with these 2 characters. So A lot of these teams only have one function, which just sucks, man. You wish they could have it all. Like, I would like to build my favorite team and just use it in every game mode, but that's not the case anymore. The Kree. Now, Kree minions, except for unlocking Fury, have no purpose in this game. None whatsoever, right? I mean, late stages, Ultimus, Captain America, Captain Marvel, and Minerva are your three characters, you know? Like, Korath has that, heal block at the beginning. Alright, Ronan, it's Ronan. I need not say more. This team is like, you're gonna do it just so you could get Fury, but I would just let it happen naturally until you, I wouldn't go out of my way to farm these guys. I would just let them happen naturally through orbs and through when you're farming for gear. And then when you get close to the 7-star, then just go and farm them. They are all farmable. Every single one of these, except for Ultimus, but you'll get him in the Ultimus orbs, so he comes automatically. Oh, Legionnaires is not a team. Marauders. Marauders, highly effective. I don't have a negative about this team. Like those 4 with Emma, they're hard to beat. They're good in raids. Trust me, they are good in raids. Like Sinister could clone. Like when you do those last Doom fights, Doom's there. You could clone Doom and then switch it on him. Especially that node where they say Doom is unbeatable. He is not beatable, but you can, have some fun. So clone Doom, have some fun. Highly effective offense team, highly effective defense team. Good at arena if you're really high powered. They will hold their own. They won't beat every Black Order team out there, but they'll keep you in the top 100. It's a very good team. I have nothing bad to say about Marauders. I actually like this team, so go for them. I would. Sinister alone. Sinister is the only character in this game since the beginning of time who has never been affected by the power creep of any other character. Just saying. Think about that. Mercs. Mercs are a defense team. Taskmaster, Lieutenant, Riot Guard. Those 3 together, they create headaches for everybody. Headaches. You want these guys on war defense. If your alliance plays war, and I hope they do, because the goodies we get are awesome. You want those 3 characters. You're going to use those 3 characters. You could plug them in with any of the other 2 in this team. They'll great synergy with them. They'll be effective. I personally would go Taskmaster, Riot Guard, Lieutenant, Riot Guard in the middle, right? Lieutenant beside Riot Guard, Taskmaster on the corner. Your 2 other highest tuned mercs on this side. You'll get 1 or 2 defense wins every war. Good old military. Now, when this team first came out, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be awesome. And I built these guys up. That's why my Winter Soldier's so high. And I actually cleared DD2, DD1, and DD2, my first time anyways, the first clear, with only military. It took a while. I'm not gonna say it was easy. It took me multiple days, but I did it. And even today, I could go back in now with my military, and I could do it under 2 hours. Go figure, right? DD2, I could do it under 2 hours with military. Now that we got new military cartoons, this is why you don't put Punisher with the Defenders anymore, because now you're going to use Punisher on military. You're going to go with that Elena, the Red Guardian, Punisher, Captain Marvel, right? And this Merc Soldier. Or you could use Killmonger. I believe so. No. Yes. I would not use Captain America or War Machine on this team. because it's not gonna be, you're gonna lose them. You need them for two other teams. All right, so Captain America is obviously on the Avengers. War Machine is obviously on Power Armor. However, you could use, so you're going Red Guardian, Elena, Captain Marvel, Punisher. You could either go Killmonger, unless you want to use him with your mercs, and then if that's the case, put in Winter Soldier. Unless you're using Winter Soldier with your Hydra, you know, like a Zemo, Red Skull, Winter Soldier, two minions, which is weird also, then you would use your last merc, the Soldier. That's it. But this team has not have been tested crazy. I like the way they're looking. I especially like Red Guardian, how he's looking. He's gonna be like the boss taunter in this game, it seems, for now. So let's keep our heads high on that one. So military is okay if you like to mess around with teams. If you're searching meta teams and you want to, like, you know, kill all the game modes, boom, 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 then obviously you're not going to go for military. But a late gamer, military is a good team to start to having fun with. And you'll see, because we'll most likely have most of these tunes pretty high already. Power armor is great. Power armor sucks. Why do I say that? Here we go. Like any other content creator will tell you out there, they are one of those teams where everything has to line up perfectly. If one of them gets knocked out fast, it's done. Right? Because all their moves, you know, Rescue will play, you know, Ironheart will come in, go try to put some ability block down. Falcon will do his special, you know, give speed up to his teams, and then you're just gonna launch fucking ultimates, right? And you'll clear the other team. I mean, it's that effective. However, if Rescue falls, it's done. You know, if you lose War Machine, it's done. If you lose Falcon, it's done. So, you know, that's the only bad thing. However, when they do work, they work everywhere. PimTech, our brand new team PimTech. Now, I'm slow to build them. As you can see, they're all at tier 11. I know I'm going to get them to tier 12 in the next couple of months, but these guys are good. I like them. They're good at raid, which is what I think they were built for. They got some good counters on war. I've seen them on defense on war, although I haven't had a problem going through them. Though Ghost is a tough character to beat, right? Dodges everything, you know, phasing in, phasing out, phasing in, phasing out. You know, you hit once and then like she'll phase for like 6 turns, you know, and you miss, and then oh, I got another hit, and miss. So, you know, it's one of those good characters. Besides that, I believe Ghost is gonna have some function in our Dark Dimensions, but the whole team as is, I mean, they're made for raid. Ravagers. I have nothing positive to say about this team. This is one team the devs either scrap or give us a 5th character that's going to give them something special. I mean, even then, what would they get, right? I mean, I don't see a use for them. I'm not even going to give you a positive. I mean, besides to help you unlock Star-Lord. If you can't get all the Guardians, which you should be able to get all the Guardians now, so I would just ignore them. You know, just don't touch them. They're garbage. Shield's still good. They're not as good as they used to be. At one point, these were our top war defense teams, and then Asgard came along, so that didn't matter. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, you know, Phoenix, X-Men will knock these guys out, no problem. You could go 150,000 power points lower and still win. Although they're still an annoying team. You know, if you got a strong security and, you know, an assaulter or even a trooper, then, you know, Medic, Fury, Coulson, they'll give you a hard time. They're valuable still on war defense. Do they work anywhere else? Pieces here, pieces there, right? But I mean, they're dropping, but which is normal because they're very, like, in game terms, they're one of the older teams. Sinister Six at one point sucked. I mean, we all went for them because they gave us Shuri and Invisible Woman. You know, so you get one team, two legendaries, great, right? That was the only purpose of this team at one point. Then, magic behold, Dr. Octopus came along. This team now is, oh, I mean, I counted these guys on war a lot, or on defense, and it's tough, man. You're not hitting auto anyways, and you really have to pay attention because if you miss your step, man, that Doc Octopus, he heals fast, man. You could get him down to one little smidgen of red, and he'll go fucking green again. So yeah, go for them, guys. These guys are they're good everywhere. I love them. They're effective, very effective now compared to before. Crazy effective. Then we have Supernatural. Nobody really talks about Supernatural too much, but you know what? The Ghost Rider and Elsa are probably one of the, they gotta be in the top 20 of characters, at least top 20. I mean, I would put Elsa even in the top 10, just for the double tap. But mind you guys, I like power. I like to come into a fight and just bomb the crap out of them with as much power as possible so their teams can't come back. So I like Supernatural. The negative about Supernatural is that where do you use them? I mean, they're okay on offense and war. They're not going to help you through Dark Dimension except for Ghost Rider, really. They're not an arena-based team. You could use them in raid because they can heal, especially now in the Greek raids where you're not allowed to use your cores to heal. So they're probably going to be more effective in Greek raids, although Greek raids have limitations, so you don't get to use them all the time. Maybe early game, if you have this team, you'll be lucky. They'll help you. They'll carry you. Late game, they're one of those middle of the pack combined teams together. If you want to split them up to do certain things, Ghost Rider, Elsa can be used to help you through other game modes. So yeah, like Elsa on Arena is actually pretty strong. You should try her. Symbiotes. I have not went crazy on symbiotes yet, although I do have them. I have pretty much all my characters built up evenly to an extent. I do have a 7 red, 7 yellow Carnage. So, boom, right? That helps a lot. Now, with that said, this team is balls deep, massive. I would call this a meta team in my eyes. I mean, like, Symbiote Spidey, right? Come on. He's been great since he came out, and he still is great. Useful in any game mode. Anti-Venom, useful in any game mode, Carnage, useful in any game mode. I mean, just those three. Venom has a purpose, and so does Scream. I don't find Scream, I don't find her very strong. But I also have a very weak Scream, as you can see, so, that might be the problem. But the other three hold. They keep her going. Like, I've never lost when I use this team yet. It's just that great. And they're good at raids. They're good at war. You could probably use them in arena at the beginning to climb up the ladder and then, swap over to your BOs and your Phoenix combos and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, awesome team. Nothing bad about them, except for Scream being a little wishy-washy. Besides that, guys, Symbiote, I believe Symbiote is probably, you know, like Symbiote, Sinister Six, probably one of the, and Black Order, you know, like the probably like the three top teams right now to go for. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. Uncanny X-Men. Well, come on, guys. Everybody loves the X-Men, right? I mean, everybody grew up watching the X-Men and cartoons. I mean, like the 90s X-Men cartoons, everybody knows what they are. And if you don't know what it is, freaking just get Disney Plus for 1 month and watch them all and then cancel your subscription. And that's how awesome that cartoon is. Oh, you put Phoenix, Colossus, and you just put anybody else. You know, Phoenix, well, Cyclops, yeah. You need Cyclops, Colossus, Phoenix, and then you could just use any of the other two. And you got yourself a killer offense team. That's all you could say, right? Negatives? They're a late game team, really. You'll get pieces at the beginning, but you're not going to get Phoenix. Phoenix is hard to get. Oh. You need a 6-star unlock. Man, you got to build up freaking that stupid hand assassin up to 7 stars. Just, it's... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Well, no, you could do it with Hela, but you're still going to need to get Mordo up. So, Wakanda. Now, see, this is why I'm saying our new X-Men team, right, is supposed to be the raid team to go for, especially with these new raids coming out. Although these new raids have limitations on what team and what traits you're allowed to use, so I don't think they're going to be the team to have for raids, because, I mean, if you're limited, you can't use them from the beginning to the end. It's not going to happen, so you're going to need a bunch of teams to do it. So when they say this is a red team, that's why I'm calling them Wakanda 2.0, because this was a raid team too, and we all know how well that worked. That's as far as I'm going to go. On the plus side, with Wakanda, Shuri, great character. Easy unlock when it comes to legendaries. Like I said before, get your Sinister Six up, you'll get her. She is, her and Minerva, when it comes to healers, they are the two top players you want. I use her all the time. I mean, I love her. She is my U7 go girl, like she's on every freaking team I use. She doesn't die, and I just go with it, and it helps me, right? I don't always get to the end, but on 7.4 or 7.5, whatever it is, the last one, right? That's what we're playing. So Shuri is very good. The rest of the team are, raid. Yeah, raid. We've talked about the Wave 1 Avengers when we looked at Avengers, so this is what you're looking at. You're not going to use Cap. I mean, you're not going to use Thor, right? So you're going to put in Vision. And then you got yourself a good team. And you're not going to use Iron Man neither, so. But we all know the Avengers. X-Factor. X-Factor only has 2 characters, so, but they're great. Oh my god, I will agree. I watched a video one day from OMG, and he was like, oh my god, these guys are great, and I agree, they are. Since the beginning I took them, I got them both right away, and I just went at it, and it's like, they are great, but where do you fit them in? I've actually came up with a plan, and here we go, watch this. So, you use your 2 X-Factor, and then you take your X-Force. You team them up with Domino, you team it up with Moi, Deadpool, right? And you team them up with Negasonic. Alright? So now you could use X-23 on a mutant team, right? Because when we get the rest of these mutants for this new Astonishing team, we're still going to have a few mutants left over, right? So now you're going to have Cable, X-23, Wolverine, and Storm. Ooh. Right? Now you just have to find that missing link to make them work. And you have 4 good mutant teams. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I am doing. Until we come up with more X-Force. I don't see any new X-Force characters coming until maybe June, July. I'm thinking summer, late fall. So that's what I would do, guys. Mark my words. Try them out. And then obviously the X-Men. We looked at them all. All the Young Avengers. Oh boy. Now, why did they create this team? Nobody knows. They're not. They have no value. Like, I mean, guys, like Miles at one point, you could put him on a Spideyverse team, you know, before like the symbiotes were created, right? I mean, America Chavez had no home since the beginning of time. I mean, like, she just came out because it was Gay Pride Month, and that's what the character they gave us for that Gay Pride Month for was. It's okay. I'm not. But I mean, she had no value. She had no place. She's never been great. None of these characters are good alone, and none of these characters are good together. So, I mean, take it as it is, right? So, that's as far as we go on this. So there's my negatives, positives, and they're not really negative positives, but I talk about every little team. So take it as you wish. You could try them out for yourself, guys. Give me some feedback. You know, if you think I'm wrong about a specific team, you know, are the Astonishing X-Men really going to be Wakanda 2.0? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see you next time.